Hello everybody. Today we are going to celebrate Mary Magdalena's feast day, which falls on the 22nd of July each year. And as I have not long got back from Glastonbury, we're going to work with that energy because folklore tells us that she arrived with Joseph of Arimathea, the Apostle Saint Philip, and Lazarus, after the crucifixion, bringing the Graal. So I just want you now to imagine that you are standing outside the White Well house in Glastonbury, just at the foot of the Tor. I want you to imagine that you are sending your roots down into this dulcicite agate. This is from Glastonbury, it's from Somerset, and it is a stone of renewing, encouraging one to let go of the old and move on to the new. Releasing thoughts and memories and feelings which are no longer needed, and helping you to have an optimistic look to the future. So just root into this beautiful dulcicite. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it properly. And those roots grow downwards and downwards and downwards. Start to feel more relaxed. And with each breath, you go within. And we'll place that in here. And just imagine that you walk into this beautiful white well. And you hear the trickling of water. As it overflows and drips from the white spring right out of Gaia herself. And as you walk in, your eyes become accustomed to the darkness in this place. And as we light this candle, I'd like you to imagine this igniting in the center of your being, probably between your solar plexus and your heart. And as it glows and it grows, you push it outwards to each side of you. You push it outwards to the front and the back of you. And you push it outwards to the top and the bottom of you, until it encompasses the whole of your aura and a little bit beyond. Breathe in love and breathe out positivity. And you walk over to a little nook where there is a representation of the divine feminine sitting cross-legged, a statue, pregnant with energy and love, projects. And you drop a penny into the devotion box. You light your own candle. And make your wish for yourself or for others. Taking a breath in and releasing. And you sit yourself down on one of the benches at the sides of this dark Victorian well house made of sandstone. There are two large pools, and then behind them, slightly up the rock face, are two smaller ones. And people are bathing. There is no shame here. They take their clothes off and just emerge into the waters, rich with calcium. Cleansing the day off, cleansing the week off, cleansing and purifying. And if you wish to do this now, you may do so. As we draw the Sei-Hei key into you, the Reiki symbol of cleansing, and immerse yourself in the waters straight out of Gaia, straight out of our Mother. As the pink amethyst draws out from the hard to reach places. Taking a breath in and breathing out. As you look around, you notice a willow archway within the building, woven, and you can see the lights twinkling out of it. Another place for devotive offerings. And you make up your mind to go there in a minute when you have bathed. We draw the distant healing symbol, the Honsha Tse Sho N. Peace and healing and tranquility. Sound of music trickling as the water trickles down the walls and over the floor, through a channel and out into the streets, washing and cleansing the town. Healing the people and the emotions on these strong ley lines, the Saint Michael ley line. Calling any distant healing in for your ancestral line, any learnt behaviours, any deep wounds, even curses if you believe in them, as you now break those cycles as you come to the white well of Avalon. Take a breath in and you heave yourself out of the pool. You take your towel and you start to dry yourself off. You decide to just step outside in the daylight for a few moments before you enter the daub and wattle. You find a beautiful yew tree, the Eohor, outside. Tree sacred to the Druids, also helping with past and future lifetime healing. Its rich red bark and creamy inside. Colour of blood of the ancestors, often in churchyards, but guarding the wellspring here. Across the road that way is the red well a few hundred yards away, but we're concentrating on this white well today. You ground again and you whisper your prayers. You call upon Archangel Michael, whose ley line you stand upon, and you know that on the tor behind you is his tower, the remains of his church. And a bee buzzes past you just then, and you feel Archangel Michael placing a golden dome of protection as you work for yourself, your family, and the collective, as bees do. He places a golden dome of protection completely around you. Breathe in and out, knowing you are completely safe, completely secure, as a chokure is drawn around you. An elderly gentleman approaches you outside. He stands with a staff of flowering thorn. Joseph of Arimathea, who brought the sacred thorn, and it is said the Magdelena and Lazarus and the Apostle Philip, over to Albion, to England, where he had tin mines and where the trade winds would have carried him up from the Mediterranean past the Bay of Biscay and into Cornwall, where he would have walked up the land to Avalon, the hill that it is said that he planted his staff on was called Weary All, because he said, we are weary all. And that hill still contains his name. It still holds the energy. He just asks you to reiterate your intentions for this divine feminine healing. And he escorts you back in. You've already cleansed once, and as you pad in, you can feel the water trickling over the floor, and you hear the rhythm of the drums. Outside, the travelers and the hippies are starting to work their magic and awaken your dream with their drumming and their keening. You are transported back to a time when standing stones were said to bless the tour rather than the church. Maybe the mists of time dissolve and you can see yourself living in this place or visiting as a pilgrim. The last 2,000 years, we know people have worshipped here. And as you listen to the sound within the beats, the eternal hum between the drum beats, you know that the universe has got your back. It's turning, it's creating. And then you walk into the willow dome. Inside the shrine, you emerge from the shadow into this little light cove where the Magdelena sits, where another prophetess, Sarah, is with her holding a basin. She offers it to you and tells you just to dip it into this little pool here where people do not bathe, so that you are able to drink it. You do this now, lifting it up to your lips and tasting the sweet nectar. As you enter the Magdalena's portal, the gateway to hope and illumination. You hold the light. Keep the light in your mind's eye. Keep that hope and illumination within you. As the Magdelena offers you clear vision. Something that has been confounding you, perhaps the mists disperse. And you can see the problem clearly and what you must do about it. And if this does not happen right now, just let the essence work within you. Truths can be revealed. As you head on your unknown journey, embracing the unfamiliar, because that way you learn. And keep joy within you like the dolphins do. Play, laugh, joke about these situations. Because laughter brings light. Breathe in and breathe out, releasing, and know that unconditional love is brought by the Magdelena and the divine feminine. The love of the hearth symbol. The abundance of Mara is drawn into your feet. The guardian steps forward now, a new guide for you, a knight of the Templar Order. He smiles. You know that he has been with you a long time in various guises. He may be somebody you recognize, but if you don't, he feels comfortable, he feels familiar, he feels protective. He may hold some secrets of knowledge and even of your ancestry. He asks if you have any questions, and he invites you to take a scroll, parchment of papyri, and he gives you a feathered quill. You dip it into the ink and you scratch and write your question. Upon the parchment. You blow it dry, blowing life into your words, blowing and then you roll it back up. And Mary walks over with her alabaster jar. And you place it in there. She puts the stopper on it. And tells you that your question or your wish will be asked and answered in time. She takes out the oil of the holy thorn of Joseph of Arimathea. And she places it upon your crown, your third eye, your throat. She gently touches. She tells you to hold out your fingers. She anoints the center one and tells you to anoint your heart. Again, for your solar plexus. And again, your sacral, and then on both of your middle fingers, she gets you to anoint your root chakra. So you just wipe that on your thighs, anointing your thighs. It will reach the place it is meant to. And each chakra has been anointed with the love of the divine feminine, the sacred, the blessings of the Christ light, whose message these beings carry. And then she invites you to sit down in deep reflection. Your mind is brought back to the water that is all around you. What is it that you wish to wash away? What is it that you wish to purify? Make your wishes. If you have a crystal, you can throw it in to the wishing part where the candles are lit. Peace and healing and tranquility are yours now. And then she turns to a little alcove in the wall and opens the door. She takes out a beautiful chalice. But she holds it to you. And she gives it to you, saying, hold on to your power. You are the girl. And she reaches behind her again. And she pulls out a beautiful, beautiful, deep red and maroon pomegranate, and she splits it open, showing you all of the seeds that you hold within yourself. You drop them into the water. Simple gifts, she tells you. Be thankful for the simple gifts. Appreciate what you have and don't focus on what you don't have. The fruit of the vine will be yours in good time. Her gift to you is the feather that you wrote your wishes or your questions on. Write your own story, live your own life, she tells you, and write down the affirmations that you need. Put them in a place that you see every day and recite them as you weave your own path into the world. Knowing that the Rosa Gallica is with you, is yours. You hold the essence of the divine feminine within you. Even if you are masculine, we all hold both. And then she blesses you and tells you to sing your song of songs, to go out into the world singing and bringing joy and peace and happiness to everyone that you meet. Daikumyo, the master symbol of harmony. Daikumyo. Daikumyo. A rose is then picked up and placed in your hair. Another one is placed in the other side to bring sweetness and fragrance and love and joy into your head. Take a breath in and breathe out. You thank the Magdelena and your guardian, Joseph of Arimathea, step forward to collect you now and escort you in towards your new year and your ever-changing life. You bow your head to the Magdelena and you thank her. And you walk out of the well house. Feeling lighter, feeling purer, and feeling a sense of deep peace. You fill up your bottle, the overflow tap, to take away with you from the sacred Isle of Avalon. You pause at the tree, the yew tree, and you rest your head against it. Yoho, yoho, yoho. And then you send your roots spiraling downwards into the dulcet agate. Rooting yourself in and bringing yourself back, knowing that you are divinely protected and loved at all times. Peace, healing, tranquility are yours. And the scene fades away. And you are back in your room.